All right, we're on. Talofa, everybody. Talofa is good morning in Samoan. Thank you very much for taking a bit of time to join this OTT Facebook live session. I'm Seb. I'm from the Samoa Tourism Authority, and I'm gonna try to keep this short and sweet, about 10 minutes, to really give you an overview about the destination and more importantly, the reasons why you should be sending your clients to Samoa. I'm not going to go into any specifics because there is the OTT platform for that. If you haven't taken the course on the OTT platform, please do so. Especially since we will be organizing a prize draw at the end of February, and one lucky student from the OTT platform will be joining us for a great fan trip to Samoa, which will take place at the beginning of May. So I'm gonna start right now, and I'm really going to take these 10 minutes to give you 5 top reasons why you should be sending your clients to Samoa. First of all, it is very easy to reach. It is very far, indeed. Samoa is on the other side of the globe, but you will find that 99% of your passengers interested in visiting Samoa will be doing so before or after a trip to Australia or New Zealand. And we do have some very good connection out of Auckland, daily service, thanks to our national carrier, Samoa Airways, as well as Air New Zealand. Auckland, Samoa takes approximately 4 hours. There are also options out of Australia, again thanks to Samoa Airways and Virgin Australia. A regular flight out of Sydney and Brisbane. The flight time to Samoa takes approximately 5 hours. And if you do have passengers who wanted to combine various islands in the South Pacific, we also have good connection from Nadi, Fiji. Thanks to Fiji Airways, 6 days a week, flight time approximately 2 hours. And then finally, and this is fairly new, as of the spring of 2018, we now have a direct service from Tonga twice a week, which takes approximately 2 hours. Getting into Samoa is very easy, no need for visa, just a valid passport. So there is no need to actually apply for a visa upon arrival or prior to coming to Samoa. We do not charge any departure tax either. Another reason why you should be sending your passenger to Samoa is that we've got a very wide range of accommodation considering how little we are. Samoa only includes 10 islands. Our population doesn't even reach 200,000, so it is a very small country indeed. And yet we do have a very wide range of accommodation. If you do have passengers who are brand loyal and they want to know exactly what to expect, we do have an international brand, just the one, Sheraton, who actually operates a couple of properties on the island. If you have people who are interested in the newest property and they want to have all the mod cons, we do have a beautiful resort that opened a couple of years ago called the Tomasina Island Resort. You can see it here on your screen. But generally speaking, hotels in Samoa are much smaller. They are very boutique. The majority of them will be located right on the beach. And we're really talking small family-run properties that offer between 10 and maybe 25 bungalows. The service is absolutely exceptional. So very wide range of accommodation indeed. If you do have people who really wanted to experience Samoa like a local, then you would tell them to experience a beach fale. I don't know if you can see it very well on the slide, but a beach fale is typically beach on a hut, on the beach. It's very basic. You will not have any electricity or running water. However, that is the best way to mingle with the locals. You would literally be sleeping on the beach right next to a village and have your evening meal with the locals as well as breakfast. It's very cheap. You're probably looking at about £20 a night. Not necessarily much business for you to be had there. You won't get any commission. But if your passenger wanted to experience the real deal, an overnight sleeping under the star on the beach is definitely something to experience. And then another reason to come to Samoa, water sport everywhere. We are in the middle of the South Pacific, so as you can imagine, beaches everywhere, and there isn't any water activity that cannot be had. Snorkeling, scuba diving, fishing, Swimming, obviously, and surfing. Just be warned that the level of surfing in Samoa is pretty high. Once you go beyond the barrier reef, the waves are very, very high indeed. And if you want to do your passenger a favor, do not send them to Samoa to learn how to surf. They have to have a pretty good standard. Just to give you an idea, world champions do come to Samoa between competition to keep fit. That's how good the level of surfing is. And then other than beach and water activities, we do have lots of beautiful sites within the islands, waterfalls. We do have a very fun activity, which is the sliding rock, which you can see at the bottom of the screen there, which is a natural flume, and it's a lot of fun. And then obviously there is Tosua. You may have seen that picture on the OTT platform. This is to Samoa what the Eiffel Tower is to Paris. It is the most visited site. It's absolutely beautiful. It's a 60-meter deep hole filled with seawater and connected to the ocean via an underground tunnel. And although it is the most popular site in Samoa, you will find it's very quiet. And that's probably what differentiates us the most from the other island in the South Pacific. Samoa is very, very quiet indeed. The chance is that if you are on the beach, there's not going to be anyone around. You literally have your beach to yourself for the whole day. Another reason why you should be sending people to Samoa, we are the birthplace of Polynesian culture. And if you have people interested in learning about Polynesia, that is the place to be. We do have a lot of attractions that are based around culture and traditions. And it is something that's very important to the locals. They don't just put on a show for your passengers. They really live in a very traditional way. A Samoan lives its daily life following a code of conduct called Fa'a Samoa, which is basically a rule book dating 3,000 years. And it is really something that the locals follow on a daily basis. And they are very proud of their heritage, so they will always be very open to talk to your passengers. English is widely spoken. Samoa was administered by New Zealand from 1914 to 1962, so as such everybody speaks English in Samoa. And the locals are very proud of their heritage and roots, and they're very keen to share that with the rest of the world. And you will be able to either go and visit the villages, or the villagers will come to your visitors, your clients' resort in the evening. We also have a great cultural village located in the town's center in Apia. And you will be able to witness fire dancing. You will be able, if you are lucky, to witness a traditional Samoan tattoo. You may not know this, but tattoos as we know them here in Europe originate from Samoa. It is not a fashion statement, it's very, very meaningful. It's basically a rite of passage. When a boy becomes a man, the passage from boyhood to manhood is marked by having traditional tattoos made. It's very painful. There's absolutely no way that any of your passengers would be able to have it done there, because not only it's very painful, but it's very, very meaningful. And to actually witness one of those tattoo sessions is absolutely mesmerizing. And finally, the last reason why you should be sending your passenger to Samoa is romance. Samoa is one of the most romantic destinations on the planet. The surroundings are absolutely beautiful. It's unspoiled. And we do cater for honeymoons and wedding anniversary. It's probably our largest market, especially out of Australia and New Zealand, which are very close to us. But also many Europeans come to Samoa to escape from the rest of the world. All the resorts have beautiful honeymoon suites. They do offer a honeymoon package. Getting married in Samoa is legal in Europe, is recognized in Europe legally. It only takes a couple of emails with your local destination management company or inbound operator, and they can organize the wedding ceremony for you. Each resort would have a person able to officiate a wedding on the premises, and it is definitely the best place to spend time with your loved one. Forget about the rest of the world, disconnect from social media, Facebook, Twitter, and so forth, and really spend time with your loved ones. So in a nutshell, that's the 5 top reasons to come and see us in Samoa. If you need more information, as I said, there is a very complete course on the OTT platform. Please make sure, if you haven't done so, to take the course, and anyone who passes the course before the end of February will be in with a chance to join us and visit Samoa in May. If you need more information, we've got our very own website, samoa.travel, and you can see my details at the bottom of the screen as well. I'm based in London, always happy to answer any question that you may have. And talking of questions, I know that the OTT team sent out a communication a couple of days ago, and we've got some questions that have come in, so I'm just going to read them and try my best to give you the best possible answer. The best beach in Samoa. There are many beaches in Samoa, and they really are white powder beach, pristine blue water. I have to say, however, that there is one beach in particular that has won lots of different recognition by the Lonely Planet, notably, called Lalomanu Beach. Lalomanu Beach is located on the island of Upolu, and it is in fact very popular throughout the year, but especially so on New Year's Eve, because Samoa is on the date timeline, and if you are on Lalomanu Beach on New Year's Eve, you are literally the first person to jump into the new year, so it's quite a special experience. Another question coming in: what are the plug sockets in Samoa? Very good questions. Samoa plug are type I, which probably doesn't mean anything to you. It's basically the kind of sockets that are in use in Australia and New Zealand. So you would need to buy an adapter, or you can actually get the resort to lend you one during your stay there. Do we have our own currency? Yes, we do. We are an independent country since the 1960s. So we've got an official language, which is Samoan, although English is widely spoken by everybody. But we do have a currency called the tala. You will not be able to find any Samoan talas in Europe. If you go to the bank, they will probably not have heard about it, but you can get them at the airport in Auckland, Sydney, Brisbane, or alternatively, we've got ATM machine as soon as you arrive at the airport in Apia, and you can withdraw some local currency there. And just to give you an idea of the exchange rate, one British pound is approximately 4 dollars. Another question that's come in, tipping. What is the tipping policy? Well, if you're staying in a resort, tipping is not compulsory. Obviously, it's always very much appreciated. If you are visiting some of the site or staying on some of the beaches in Samoa, the local villagers will expect a small donation, because they are living nearby, and they are making sure that they are basically kept in pristine condition. They're going to be cleaning up if need be as well. So the local villagers will expect a small donation from you. That is all the question I can see coming in. I don't know if there is any more questions that come in. That is it. If you do have any more questions that pop later on, please feel free to email them to me. Again, you have my details here on the slide, but more importantly, take the course. I'm sure that your question will be answered there. And then last but not least, we have something for one of you. I think you may have seen that on the OTT Facebook platform. So we're going to select somebody randomly who's logged in now, and we will be sending you a set of coconut beauty products that you can find at the Body Shop. And actually, quirky fact for you: if you ever go to a body shop, wherever in the world, any coconut-based product will be actually made of coconut from Samoa. It's probably our biggest export, together with rugby. You may have heard about rugby in Samoa. It's virtually a religion. So coconut and rugby man are our two biggest export. So we are going to select a person who's actually watching this Facebook live broadcast right now, and we will be emailing them directly afterwards. Thank you very much for your attention, and enjoy the rest of your day.